Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I'll be doing my tips for round one of the AFL season. How is it here already? Goodness knows. But it's going to be a very exciting weekend of football. A lot of 50-50 games in there, and pretty much here I'm going to chuck in who I think is going to win. And guys, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment your tips down below as well, and see how we fare ultimately. The big game we've got on Thursday night is Richmond and Carlton. Absolute sellout here. It's going to be another classic opener. Well, that's probably only really been applicable as of recent times. However, going to be a big game. I'm going to go with Richmond to get the win, and the margin, I'll go 15 points. I feel like the Blues have a few injuries. I think they've got a bit to work through there. The Tigers, definitely some handy inclusions. Carlton without Walsh, most likely, for a little bit. I'm not too up to speed with the injuries, but I get the feeling, Richmond will be ready to hit the season running with a big win, nice and early. They had a lot of control for most of the game. Last time, they kept Kerno incredibly quiet in the corresponding game last year. So I think Richmond will get the job done here with their newest inclusions. That moves us to Friday night, another monstrous clash, the qualifying final replay, Geelong and Collingwood. What a big game this is. I'm going to have to see who Geelong have and don't have in the key forward stocks. I'm leaning towards going the Cats at this stage. However, if we have no Cameron and no Hawkins, then I'll be tipping the Pies pretty quickly. I think even without one of Hawk and Cameron makes it very difficult anyway. Considering the way Colin will go about it, and they'll be hungry as ever to get a bit of revenge on us. I think us, but not with lots of confidence at all. They always give us a run for their money and make it very difficult. Saturday afternoon, we've got North Melbourne and the West Coast Eagles. This is a tough game to pick, really. Who's gonna turn up first and foremost? Definitely, leaning either side of the coin here. I'm going to go with North Melbourne, again, not with a lot of confidence. Eagles could definitely pinch this one, and I might even waver to the Eagles. We'll see how that pans out. But North at this stage with the home ground advantage. If it was over in the West, I'd be tipping West Coast, I reckon. At Adelaide Oval, we've got an unbelievably important game. It has to be said for both teams. Both teams would want to win it to give themselves the confidence that they need to feel like that they're a side that's going to contend in 2023. I'm more convinced about Brisbane than I am Port Adelaide. Slightly better pre-season, and Port Adelaide just could be in no man's land and could find themselves in no man's land very quickly. They've got a very tough draw and very difficult first 5 weeks. I love what Brisbane are doing, and they've got a really good record over there, and just generally good record against Port Adelaide. So I'll be tipping the Brisbane Lions to win. Another grand final replay we've got here is a Demons side facing the Bulldogs. This will be huge. Not too long ago, these guys were fighting it out over in the West. But I think, Melbourne looking supremely good and will get the job done. The Dogs seem to play better at Marvel, so they probably can get the D's on the fast deck there, but I'll be going Melbourne to get the win. Moving on to Heritage Bank Stadium. We've got Gold Coast and the Sydney Swans hosting there. Should be an entertaining clash. Could be, pretty physical one, as it always is with these teams. I feel like Sydney are the better side, and I don't know where Heritage Bank Stadium is, but Sydney will be very keen to make amends after last year. Then we've got a few more games on the Sunday. Giants Stadium, we've got GWS up against the Crows. This is probably a pretty 50-50 at this stage. I'll be leaning towards the Giants, although definitely winnable for the Crows, and there could be I could be making some late changes. We'll have to wait and see, though. Giants at the home deck should get the win. Not guaranteed, though. At the MCG, we've got Hawthorn and the Bombers. Again, another relatively 50-50 clash here. I'll be going towards the Bombers with a bit more experience than the Hawks, but We saw some pretty crazy matches with these teams last year. I think early on in the piece, Essendon were 40 points up, and that wasn't enough. So I think Essendon should be winning, especially with Hawthorn's outgoings at the end of 2022. Then we have St Kilda and Fremantle at Marvel Stadium to round out the round, and I'll be probably going in Fremantle's basket there, with probably just better cavalry and better game plan and system. Having said that, though, no better man at the helm than Ross to be able to implement that for the Saints. They're going to have some tough times. The Dockers will find it interesting. They had some moments where at Marvel they were really good, and moments where they were not. It was kind of confusing to all, but yeah, I see Fremantle being too good to get the job done here. Going through all the tips for the round, we've got Richmond, Geelong, North, Brisbane, Melbourne, Sydney, GWS, Essendon, Fremantle, and I'll chuck those in now. Subject to change, of course, and if I do change, I will put in the comments my changes. There's lots of 50-50 games here, and I'm going to try and keep it conservative at the start, not go too crazy early, which I think balked me last time and made me make crazy risks for the whole year. So anyway, those are my tips for round one, guys. Nothing too special there. Tigers by 15, and other picks rounded all out there. Don't forget to chuck your comments in the comment section below, or your tips in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe, all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you in the next video.